What about YouTube then? Because people talking to webcams and getting comfortable with video and creating their channels and getting hundreds of thousands of viewers and a million comments. I mean, that happened on YouTube. So, why didn't it happen on Seismic? That's the thing. Now, you could say Seismic's a different beast, and that the main thing about YouTube is people posting up videos, and it's a big melange, a big mix, including this kind of conversational stuff. But you do get people with their channels, and it's more about broadcasting, isn't it, to the world, and less about chat. But you do get people using YouTube in a very similar way, and it certainly it gives the lie to the assertion that people didn't switch on to using video. They did. They did. Look at them. Look at them on YouTube, and I think that's sort of a bit of a misconception. And the big difference, aside from the massive resources that YouTube and Google have got, that small sites like Seismic and Fred's do not have, is that they're not based around conversation, and they're not based around there being a video community. They're really based on the community side of it and the webcam stuff, sort of being one thread in a tapestry of different options. So I guess with Fred's, you did try and understand that the basic. It shouldn't just rely on video, and it shouldn't just rely on conversations. There are other things which people wanted to share, which you could equally well share in the same space. So hat tip for doing that. But when Fred's was alive, and when Seismic was alive, it wasn't to do with technology; it was to do with people. And these places are like clubs; they're just venues, and you get the people in. You can get the most grotty venue in the world, but if the sound system's happening, the music's happening, the people will come, and if sort of enough of the tastemakers turn up, everybody else shows up. And that's what happens in clubs. But you can't simultaneously be a really hip and successful club and also be a mega super club. As soon as you get to be a mega super club, the YouTubes of this world, Ministry of Sounds of this world, you've become Asda, you've become Walmart, and you can't be a taste-making, interesting, funky, hip place and Walmart. They contradict. So I think it's about that. It's not just about. I don't think people were scared of video. I don't think they are, because you can just prove that by looking elsewhere. I do think it's about fashion and taste, and things changing in that way. And for the same reason that if you want to keep a club going, you have to keep it relevant, and you have to keep updating the music policy, and you have to refresh the decor every so often. Or you just keep it the same forever, and then people go, "Oh, it's always been like that. It's never going to change," and they accept it for what it is. I mean, there are different ways of doing it, but you've got to keep your club relevant, or people will just go to another club. I think it's more to do with that.